Welcome to the Mind Your Business Show, where we strive to give business owners the blueprint of motivation, success, and dedication. Hosted by Track Addict and J Body.
What's up, Memphis and the rest of the world? It's your guy Track Addict and my co-host
J Body.
And we together make the Mind Your Business Show.
Oh yeah.
Today, man, we got the special privilege of interviewing somebody that's so dope. You know what I'm saying? He's a painter. You know what I mean? He got his own tattoo shop, multiple businesses. Man, my guy Shine Jefferson, what it do?
Yeah, what's up?
Way to go. Memphis home. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming to the show, man. You know, just to get started, man, I want to know, tell me a little bit about your life growing up, man, because you a dope guy, you know, everything you do, but where did it start from? Like, all this creative art and everything, like, where did it start? What's the beginning? Take us there.
I could say for as long as I could remember, I always had the ability to draw. My dad draws. My dad's an artist. He doesn't do it as a career, but just a natural talent, you know, from God, my dad, and passed it to me. I say it definitely comes from my father.
Okay.
Sometimes for fun, we would draw on pads. I remember he used to have these like yellow pads, and we would sketch. And he would just always critique, like, that's not what you see. You know, pay attention to what you're seeing. That's not how the eyes are. You know, that's not the shape. And then it just translate from what I see to the paper.
Okay.
As a young age.
That's good, bro.
So
you never got really, you come from an artistic kind of family, so you know how most people, man, art not a real degree, it's not a real career. You never really got that part. It was pretty much support from the start.
That's exactly what I got. So my dad, he actually was a businessman, and they pushed for me to go to school. I guess the stigma that comes with being an artist, you can't make money off art, like the whole broke artist thing.
Yeah.
So they always, of course, as parents, would wish the best for me, and that just wasn't the route they wanted me to go as far as art. Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
you went to school?
I did.
Where'd you go to school? Did you go to school with art?
I didn't. So my mom, her working for Memphis, she wanted me to pursue something in the health field. So originally I went to school to be a RN, a nurse.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went to Southwest and ended up having a baby in the process. So I had broken down that I would become a EMT, then a paramedic, and then bridge course to be an RN. I just mapped it out so that I could work, you know, take care of my child as I went to school.
Gotcha.
But obviously, you know, I'm not an RN. That didn't work out, man. Life just had a whole nother route for me. And to me, it was a much better path.
Yeah. Okay. So what was it that changed that route?
Blood. I was on a ride. I had got all the way to the portion to where you would do ride-alongs. So I'm on the back of the ambulance, and this lady, she gets hit in the head with a hammer. She's still cursing. She's still upset at the person that hit her, and the whole time she's just squirting blood from the other side. And I realized I had a weak stomach.
And she's still bad.
She's still bad.
Hey, man, let that be a lesson, man. If you get hit in the head with a hammer, man, sit your ass down somewhere.
Probably need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
So at that moment, me realizing that, okay, I don't think this is for me. Yeah. Okay. Still getting tattooed. I've always, you know, been into art, period. Yeah. So I'm still getting tattooed. People constantly asking me, do you do tattoos? I'm like, nah.
Because you have tattoos.
Exactly.
Do you know how many tattoos you got?
I got over 100.
Over 100 tattoos?
Yeah, I got a lot of tattoos.
Wow. Yeah. Did you design any of your tattoos?
I designed probably 60%.
Wow.
But the concept, all original from me. You know, a lot of times, depending on the artist, I just give them the idea and they'll create it. Mind you, me getting tattooed before I became a tattoo artist, I didn't really understand the exact process. Yeah. So I pretty much just give them the idea. I don't want nothing off the wall or anything that is all over the country done over and over again. I want original ideas. So I've been blessed to be around some great artists.
Man, that's dope. That's
so, bro, man. I really want to get into the other part of your art too.
Okay.
So, man, really, how did you get into the painting, man? Did you start that on far as, like, was that before you started tattooing, or did that more later on?
I dipped and dabbed in it. Still just being, I would say, raised with the understanding that I couldn't get paid from it.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of was instilled that that's not an option.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I've always just painted. Here and there. Just for personal. Never like I'm gonna make $1 million off this painting. You know, I just would always do it because
passion.
Yeah, and it passed time, and it was something I was one of the only things I could remember that I was just really good at. So it's just one thing I always did. Mm-hmm.
So when did the money, like the confidence, because man, like to say you gonna start a business in it, you got to be confident. When did you say, man, hey, I'm confident enough, I know I can do this, this is what makes me, when did you get that?
So as far as tattoos, it kind of just came as I evolved, as I grew. I mean, I still have a lot to learn. I still have a long way to go to reach, I would say, if I was to perfect my craft. I agree that I'm good, but I have a long way to go. So the confidence, it kind of just came with, as I made steps forward, it was like inevitable that I would have a tattoo shop eventually. As my clientele grew, as I got better, it just happened. It just made sense, you know.
I want to go back. You said your dad was in business, but he didn't do art. What did your dad do in business-wise? If you don't mind me asking.
That's a good question, Trey. So my dad was the first in the whole Mid-South to recycle toner cartridges.
Wow.
Yeah, he started a company called Laser Tech. So yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my dad, and he had us being in Memphis, the warehouse capital.
Yeah.
I would say he had Nike, Williams Sonoma, Reebok, Williams Sonoma. I think I already said that. Yeah. To name a few, FedEx.
Big company.
The list goes on.
Naming huge.
So is it safe to say at an early age you seen someone close to you running and managing a business and had that hands-on aspect of that in your life?
Yeah.
Would you say that had, a big reason why you're today work for yourself?
Yeah, I would say that is probably the main reason. I would say that just seeing my father support our family. Like I've never wanted or needed for anything, and I would say I had a really, really nice childhood. My parents, they're still married to this day, and just seeing that that structure.
Yeah.
And then my dad running this company, and he gets to put on his suits. He gets to kind of set his own schedule. I'm pretty sure it was a lot more going on behind the doors, but from what I remember, it was just you show up, make good money, make sure everybody around you is okay and comfortable and eating too. And yeah, I would say that was a large portion. I always wanted to kind of follow in that path. Just as far as an entrepreneur.
Man, I think that's awesome because one thing we talk about on the Mind Your Business show is like a lot of people, we don't have that exposure growing up. You know what I mean? A lot of us parents just work 9 to 5. So we grow up thinking like that's the way. In school, they don't really teach you to be entrepreneurs and business owners. They teach you to be workers.
Right.
So like that's one thing, one of the reasons why we did the show, to motivate people to like, hey, it's okay to work a 9 to 5, but think about something other than that. Think about a business. Think about what's a passion to you.
Exactly.
Right? And then turn that into a business because you might be missing out on your blessings.
Man.
Right?
We didn't definitely, because like you said, we didn't have our parents, neither one of our parents had businesses.
Right.
So for us to start our own, be motivated and to build it ourselves, and to hear brothers like you story and everybody's story, that's what we feel like. Because, in business, as we don't have a support system.
Right.
If you don't have parents, that's it. That's about as far as you can go. If nobody pass a business down to you, that's as far as it goes.
Right.
So we feel like this platform, and for people hearing, because it's thousands of tattoo artists, they probably, like you said, before they built their confidence, before they thought about making the shop, just probably needed to hear this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what makes it great, man. And also, I want to dive into something right quick because, we was talking about a little bit behind the scenes. I see, you said your wife, and track also too. How important is it for y'all to have y'all wives in business and doing their thing and be like more, okay, I'm in it for the long haul instead of a lot of second guessing or I don't know or maybe you shouldn't do that.
Right. So I would say it's very important. I would say she plays a key role in
she dope too. Shout out to her. Dope.
I love you, baby. So yeah, definitely a key role. Like when you say second guessing, that's not. It's more so the push. And then how you said the support, you really don't get a lot of support. I mean, of course, once you do it, once it's done, everybody supports you. Yeah. But in the beginning, when it's just a foreign idea, that especially if no one's done it before, or they don't have the thought process of making it or getting it done, they can't offer you good advice. Okay. So to have like my wife, especially when it came to me painting, like she threw my first art show a few years back. She was like, you know, she believed in me. She liked my work. People need to see this. Yeah. Okay. The art show, it wasn't, I would say, as successful as they are now, or even as popular or known as they are now. But just the fact that even I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah. You know, it was just like I said, something recreational. Something I'm just doing. And then for her to just say, you know what, you need to have an art show, and she orchestrated it, and we did it. And then that, I would say, would have gave me the confidence to kind of keep going.
Yeah. See, I'm noticing the trend with them. I noticed it with Track. He talking about how supportive his wife. I know. Yeah. See, I'm not married. I pretty much do everything solo. But y'all making me maybe like, man, you know what? Maybe that's what's been slowing me down. You know what I'm saying? You probably catch up. You know what I'm saying?
Tell you, ain't nothing like having that support. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know my wife support everything I do. I can just make up something and she'll support it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how it goes, though.
Yeah, just what you know. That's what they do. You know.
So I know that's a big thing. You know, everybody talk about everything else, but I've just, you know, me been paying attention to things. I noticed that, man, that y'all wives play a key part in
it. And like I must say, like, man, shout out to your wife. Like, that's one thing when, you know, of course, when I met y'all, it was doing some work for you, both of y'all. And, you know, that's one thing that really just intrigued me and I admired about y'all is just how dope y'all was and how y'all's relationship was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really could tell, like, y'all had a real genuine relationship. You know what I'm saying? And both of y'all dope business owners, got different businesses. And I must say, like, y'all business is on another level. Like, y'all ain't just scratching on the door. You know what I'm saying? Y'all built the door. Y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it look good in here, man. Look at the light. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't know how many times I passed this joint and I thought it was just a clothing store because I never came in. I was just always like, man, you know, I see the clothes right there. So I'm like, man, it's like a dope clothing store. Yeah. But
and like I say, his wife being the same way, man. Like they two dope people doing a lot of dope stuff here in the city, and that's what made me want to put you on the show because I'm like, man,
I appreciate
people need to know. Like I know a lot of people know about you, but man, a lot more need to know. You feel me? They need to know you right down here, down on 2nd Street, downtown Memphis. You know what I mean? So yeah, most definitely, we appreciate you coming on the show, man. And was you from Memphis originally?
Yeah, born and raised.
Okay. That's dope.
All my life.
Okay, that's what's up.
I don't know why I just inserted that born and raised Compton in my head when you said that. But man, let's dive into the tattooing a little bit. Okay. At what point in your life did you decide, like, man, I'm gonna get in? I know I can draw and paint. Like, man, let me try my luck at art in tattoos. Like being able to do that on people's skin. Like to me, that's like even if I painted. To me, that would be outside of my comfort zone, jumping into the tattoo world. So tell me a little bit about that. Like, what brought that up?
I would say just me constantly going to the tattoo shops and just building relationships with my artists and other artists within the shop. It just kind of made sense as well because one of the artists that was doing my work knew me from school. And, you know, knew that I could draw, was familiar with me having a certain skill set on art. Recommended that I, you know, talk to the owner and take on an apprenticeship. At the time, me not knowing what an apprenticeship was, you know, this was before the TV shows and everything. I did it. I basically accepted that why not, you know, and I'm seeing the potential money I could make opposed to me looking at the time wanting to do a career change anyway, you know, so it was just a move I took a risk on.
How much of that move was like, man, I'm spending a lot of money on my own body. You know what I'm saying? I open my own tattoo shop, I can get some free work.
Nah, I wasn't even thinking about a tattoo shop at the time. I actually was just thinking about, well, whatever I did, at least I could do this in the meantime. Whatever I did in the future, this would be a good craft or trade to take on. Or at least have under my belt, you know, because and then once I started, and it was slow, really slow. I went through some hard times. I decided that, okay, this is it, and I gotta make this work. Because it was like my best option as far as if I was to pursue something for happiness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like art was like my comfort zone, and what did I would say would have made me happy. Anything else, I'd have been just working for money.
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, let me just do something art related or something within that realm to where I could be creative.
Right.
So how many years did you put into the nursing before you said? Because it sounded like you put like 1 or 2 years, couple of years.
Yeah,
in,
even if it was a full year, probably wasn't even a full year.
Still a lot of time.
Yeah. And it wasn't necessarily a waste of time because that helped me kind of guide me into knowing what I needed or what I wanted. You know, I kind of had to go through that to kind of feel or understand what would have made me happy. You know, because you don't really understand your purpose until you kind of walk into it. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely. I definitely understand that, bro. I was telling them the other day, man. A lot of stuff people think it's just, oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. A lot of stuff you grow to love.
Yeah,
you don't
grow out of love. You can grow out of it too.
Oh
Yeah.
You definitely don't realize how much passion you have for something until you jump out there and do it full time for a while.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like I said, I've been doing music a long time. I got to a point where, you know, I got burnt out, but then my passion for it kept me going.
Yeah.
And once I realized that, I was like, you know what? That's what got to be my motivation and get up every day because I love what I do. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely, I think, you know, something that, you know, we want to promote on the show is like find something you love to do and figure out a way to turn that into a business, you know. And end of the day, you know, if you barely making a profit, you'll still feel good about it because it's something you're going to love doing. Versus going out here working and you hate your job every day and that negative vibe you get from your job, you come home, bring it home to your family. That ain't no way of life.
Man.
You feel me?
When you
So like I know you feel great when you go home at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Just positive
controlling
energy
what you can
and,
make.
you know,
to me, that's what
building.
sparked it to me, man. Just
So,
controlling
man,
what you can make.
So let's talk about this art, man. So you got some dope art, bro. As I'm looking on the wall, man, I'm noticing everything is black and white. But one thing that for me being in Memphis my whole life, you know, Memphis is a struggle. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be tough. You gotta have thick skin. And your paintings to me represent that struggle. You know, they're not made to be perfect. You feel me? They're made to have some wear and tear to them. You feel me? It's like, to me, it embodies the whole Memphis, what we represent. You know what I'm saying?
Grind.
Start from the bottom.
Grind.
And you know what I'm saying? Working our way up because like they dope. It's like, they just like, it's like, I don't even, it intrigues me because I'm like, how do you make something that's perfect, but it has its imperfections, but how do you make imperfections? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I'm so like just mind boggled by your paintings, bro. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me a little bit about, man, where does the passion, like where does the ideas come from to paint? Like that BB King sign, what made you decide to do that?
So the focus being Memphis music, and that's pretty much it. You asking as far as, you gotta keep in mind, like, art is one of those things that is someone else is gonna tell you if it's nice. I could love it, I could think it's perfect. Someone else will tell me that they hate it.
Right.
It's not worth anything. And then I can, in the same sentence, I can go right around the corner. Someone else will say, man, I love everything about it. $100,000.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$100, $10.
Art is in the view of the beholder or something like that?
So, but I can tell you though, when I paint, the hardest part really be which paint strokes to keep, which paint strokes to straighten out. You know, so it kind of just paints itself at one point because it's just, once I do it, I change it, I do it, I fix it. Don't really all the way correct it, just kind of have fun. So
I got you.
And then I when I start a certain collection, I really like to finish that old collection before I begin another one because those emotions or that thought process that's going into that, it'll keep them all within the same collection.
Okay.
So like for example, if I was to paint this wall and then come paint on these canvases, they'll kind of have the same same vibe.
Yeah.
You get me? So
I feel you, because each one of these paintings got the same vibe.
But then when you see my other work, or you see another piece, it's still, you can tell that I did it, or it's in the same, done by the same hand, but it's almost got different energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Different.
Gotcha.
True expression.
So are you running out of things to paint in Memphis?
Never, man. Never. I could paint the same thing over and over to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different angles for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just being, you could be inspired. Like right now, this whole conversation, like you got me really feeling like I got something. I want to go paint some more.
Yeah, you definitely got something.
You definitely do.
Like,
So, bro, what about your? I know you noticed your shows. When, like you said your shows, they getting better over time.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, what's up with your first show?
Mm-hmm.
How did that go? And what made you say, okay, we're gonna throw another one, or to keep going behind?
From the first one?
Yeah.
For one, my parents showed up.
Okay.
A good friend of mine was there.
Yeah.
And then of course my wife. The time and just her standing behind me and just constantly telling me like, that's nice, yeah, that's nice, oh yeah, and then just the compliments or I would say I had the right people there. I say that. I had the people whose opinion actually mattered.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Of course other people came in, I appreciate them for coming, but the people whose opinion actually at the time just really meant a lot to me. And they told me it was a success.
So it made you do another one and keep going.
Yeah, so it became an annual thing after that. Okay. And I kind of slacked off for a little while due to Corona. I started doing more murals because I actually prefer to paint on the wall. Yeah. Because I have, of course, more space, but I have more freedom as far as like to actually express whatever is going on, whatever the message I'm trying to put on the wall or relay.
Do you got some murals around here that you've done in the city?
None. They're all like in businesses or in homes.
Oh, okay.
I don't have like a wall just yet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we probably gotta. We gotta look into that.
No, we working on it.
Let me ask you this. I got a question for you. Yeah. Because like your paintings are dope, right?
Right. Thank you.
How do you determine your value, right? And this is something for the people at home too, because I know a lot of people struggle with determining what their value is. Like, how do you determine what you charge for a painting? Right. So, and before you answer me, I want to just add that, like, you know, your paintings, I don't consider them to be cheap, but for what you getting, I believe it's priced for what you do, right? But I'm just curious on like how do you determine the value of a painting, and how do you determine your self value and as it pertains to you, and then as a motivation for other people?
Yeah, so that's something that I actually struggle with like now, only because like for just using the last one, because it was so recent, it's still fresh in my mind. I had a price set, and, you know, this is the price, and the lady was like, man, that's not enough. You know, and okay, so now I know on the next one the price will be a little bit high. So when then it's gonna sound crazy, and I probably shouldn't be saying this on the camera, but if I have 20 paints and I sell 13 of them, I feel like my price is a little too low. Like, and I'm just, this is just me. Don't hold me to this, but that's how I gauge it.
Supply and demand.
Because $900 and all four of them sell. I go up a little bit, honestly. But but understanding that once I go up, I don't plan on ever coming back down. That price would always constantly rise. And I say that because like lady, she spent I don't mean to keep throwing numbers out. I'm just gonna say lady spent a pretty penny on a nice size painting. The same one that size, I would never this took me about the same amount of time, or it's got the same style, same look. I never want to like sell that one like half that price. And now she feels like the value of her painting went down. I want the value of her painting to go up. So the next time I have that size canvas, took me about the same amount of time, same style, same look, it's going to be a little bit more.
Gotcha. So kind of what you just said, you know, so basically your customers, which is your clients, kind of told you needed to go up.
Yeah, and
Right?
I honestly like this being fairly new to me. And I travel around and I see different prices. I used to think that the market in Memphis would have been I would say a little more watered down than per se in Miami, Art Basel, or New York. You know, but that isn't the case. It's not the case, and I guess it was mainly because not necessarily like this is what I would pay for it.
Right.
You know, and then it's kind of like, that's not how that goes. You know, you would shortchange yourself.
Right. And I've had clients tell me like, man, you too cheap for the quality and the service you offer, bro. You are too cheap.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of times it's me trying to, you know, work with people because I know, you know, a lot of people in Memphis necessarily ain't got a big budget. So, you know, a lot of times it's us trying to maneuver to get the business to dropping our prices. But I think it's important to like just know what your worth and your value is, and like you said, if a person's willing to pay it, then that's the value right there.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So man, what's the next move for you, bro? I'm interested, man. Tattoos, paintings, man. What we doing next?
Another location. What you got in the groove?
No, right now I'm focusing on the products. Just away from a service. Products.
That's dope because that's something you can sell online. You don't necessarily have to be doing the legwork all the time, right?
Absolutely. So we got the fresh organics, which consists of an almond cream, a healing soap, a healing salve, like it could be aftercare. You can use it for eczema or just dry skin. Cuts, burns. We have an acne soap, which is actually a bar soap.
Are these products out now?
Yep.
Where can they find them at?
Right now, you can get the soap and the salve in South Point Grocery downtown and in a few Superlows. It's in Winchester. It's in Spotswood. Covington Pike. I feel like I'm leaving.
What about online? You got any?
Online, you can get the actual. You get the products online as well. You got to go through Fresh Ink Memphis, and you'll find the Fresh Organics tab.
FreshInkMemphis.com?
FreshInkMemphis.com. Yeah. Fresh
I just make sure we got that out for the people at home, man. FreshInkMemphis.com. Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Well, man, I think we about tackled everything we wanted to tackle to. Is there anything, before we go, let me ask you this. What kind of advice can you give people at home that might be looking to start their own business? Like give us a few things like you've learned that you stand by in business, on the business side. Like,
follow your gut. If you fail, it's just time to figure out the issue and do it again. I would tell them don't give up. Like whatever it is that you're trying to create or you're trying to build, do your research, of course, and then try. If it don't work, try again.
Right.
And it's okay.
Right.
It's okay.
It's okay to fail.
It's okay. Yeah. Just try again.
Yep.
If that's really what you want to do, you gotta figure out how to make it work. Even if it's relocating or whatever it takes, you just figure out the issue, why it didn't go right, and go from there.
Okay.
Awesome.
Get the people your your social media. I think you already did your website, but
Instagram is Shine Tats, ShineTatts. Facebook is Shine Jefferson. If you'd like to see some of my artwork, go to shinejeffersonart.com. If you need to see, or I would like for you to check out the actual Fresh Ink Instagram as well. It's Fresh Ink Memphis.com. No, Instagram is just Fresh Ink Memphis.
Okay.
If that ain't it, try just Fresh Ink. It's one of the two.
I think it's Fresh Ink Memphis. I remember looking at it. I think it's Fresh Ink Memphis.
Okay,
yeah.
We got a lot of dope artists here. Not alone. Everybody here is very good at what they do, what we do. So
if there's somebody out there that want to get a tattoo right here in Memphis, man, what they need to do?
Start with the Instagram. Check out the artist's work. Find one that you think best suits what you're looking to get, or could tackle that the best, and then DM 'em. If you don't want to go that route, go to the website. You can go straight on the website and leave a message. Send a picture of what you're looking to get within the message.
Hey, man, so once again, I'm Track Addict, my
This J Body.
co-host, and this is the Mind Your Business Show. We just interviewed my guy, man. Shout out to him, Shine Jefferson
Thank you,
at
bro.
Fresh
Doing your
Ink
thing.
Tattoo Studios, man.
Get tatted
Y'all
up.
come down here, downtown Memphis, man. Get with them. Fresh Ink Tattoos, man. They going up.
Yes, sir. The Mind Your Business Show, where we strive to give business owners the blueprint of motivation, success, and dedication. Catch us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and businesses want advertising and interviews. Contact us at mindyourbussiness901@gmail.com. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and stay updated for the future content. Thank you, and mind your business.